Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Americans becoming Canadians. There was recently a pretty big change to Canadian citizenship laws, and it created a situation where millions of Americans might also be Canadians. They just need to prove it. The change has prompted two questions. The first is, quote, "I thought Grandma had lost it or was getting scammed, but she said she was told I was Canadian. I've been in Canada about 10 days in my entire life to visit relatives. Thought she was losing it. Then I looked into it, and there's articles about it. Am I actually Canadian, and how does this work?" Another separate question is, does Canada's new laws mean they're opening up to the idea of making it easier to immigrate from the U.S. to Canada? Okay, so let's start with what happened. Actually, let's start with, I'm not an expert on Canadian law, but as I understand it, a new law went into effect and altered the way the Canadian government viewed citizenship by descent. It used to be that if you were born outside of Canada to Canadian parents, you could be Canadian, but it was limited to one generation. The new law kind of gets rid of that. You have to show you have a direct connection to a Canadian ancestor and provide proof to apply for a certificate of citizenship. The application cost is about $50. I would imagine that adding in attorneys, tracking down family trees, and stuff like that would bring the cost into the thousands, though. The way it's being explained is by comparing you to a newborn. You're born in the U.S. You're a U.S. citizen, but you don't have your birth certificate yet. The idea is that if you're one of these people, estimates suggest millions of Americans are, you've always been Canadian. You just need the documentation. So you have to show the government your records, pay the fee, and get your documentation. Now, as far as the other question, does this mean Canada is looking to make it easier to immigrate? It's not that simple. Public attitudes show that a sizable portion of the population thinks immigration is already too high. Prime Minister Carney seems to be trying to thread a political needle. The talking points seem to be that they're moving toward a more controlled immigration policy. But Carney's an economist. He knows Canada needs high levels of immigration to maintain economic growth and fund its social programs. Carney also knows that now is the time to take advantage of the brain drain that's occurring in the United States because of Trump's cuts to scientific research. I wouldn't take the citizenship law to mean Canada is going to just open the gates and start waving people in, but it might be a sign of something to come later. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.